In this Sagepoint tutorial, I am going to show you how to create a basic Sagepoint event. You will see that with a few clicks you can quickly have your event set up. Additional tutorials are available at tutorials.sagepoint.com. On the left-hand side of your screen, I have included step-by-step instructions to allow you to follow along. In the upper left-hand corner of my Sagepoint page, under Start Now, I will enter the name of my event. I'll keep it very simple and will name it Family Barbecue. Now click the Create button. I am now taken to the Create an Event screen on Sagepoint, where I will complete Step 1, Basic Information. The event name field has already been filled in. The next field is Event Type. Clicking on the down arrow will display several choices for various event types. For our barbecue, I will select Family. Now I will enter a brief description of my event. I will keep it short and say, "Join us for our backyard barbecue." You have basic editing properties available for your use, including bolding, italicizing, and underlining text, font sizing and color capabilities, unordered and ordered lists, the ability to add links and to import pictures. Now, to add a little impact to my description, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the text, select the bold property, change the font size to 18 points, and make the text red. The next fields to be completed are the Starts, Ends, and Repeats fields. By clicking on the calendar icon to the right of the Starts field, I will choose my event date of Saturday, September 21st, 2013. My barbecue will start at 3 p.m. The Ends field is automatically populated with the same date. I will then indicate that my barbecue will end at 8 p.m. The Repeats field allows you to select how often your event will repeat. Click on the down arrow and select the appropriate field. For our barbecue, I will choose Never. Next, let's go to the Location field and provide information about where the event will take place. In this case, the barbecue will be at my house, so I will enter the Miller house. Notice that I can provide the full address of my house by selecting the Click Here link. I will enter my address, and this will not only provide my guests with my physical address, but will also provide a Google map and directions for my event page. I will list myself as the organizer, enter my email, and my phone number. I also have the ability to set a personal reminder for my event. For my barbecue, I will select to have a reminder sent to me 1 day prior to the event. The RSVP checkbox is automatically checked. I will leave this as is and set up my RSVP information a little later. The Sign Up checkbox is also an option if I want to add a sign-up sheet for items to bring to the event or tasks to do for the event. I will not include these options in this tutorial, but this topic is covered in another tutorial. The next checkbox is the Fundraise feature. Again, I will not be fundraising for my barbecue, but this is a great way to raise money for a specific cause. For example, an elementary school class, a charity, or an organization. For a quick overview of Sagepoint fundraising, click on the Spirit Ad link or the More Info link. I have finished the description for my barbecue, so I will click Continue. I am now taken to the Create an Event Step 2 Invite Guests page. This is where I will invite my guests via email. I may enter the emails of my guests individually or by entering a comma-separated list. or I can cut and paste multiple addresses. I will enter just a few addresses here for demonstration purposes. I click the Add button. If I change my mind, I may remove a guest from the list by clicking on the red circle next to their name. I also have the option of saving my guest list for future reference by creating a group. This group is given my event name by default. You can also enter a custom name if you'd like. I will go ahead and check the box to create my family barbecue group. Now I will set my invitation and response options. By clicking on the link, I see a drop-down list of options. For my barbecue, I will request responses by the Saturday prior to my event. I will not restrict when my guests may respond, so I will uncheck the Do Not Allow Responses After checkbox. Since it is a family event, I will allow my recipients to specify the number of children they are bringing, and also allow my recipients to see other names of invited guests. For this event, sign-ups don't apply, so I will uncheck this box. And finally, I won't check the box allowing recipients to invite others. The next series of event fields to be completed is the Reminder and Alert options. These options allow me to send reminders to my guests and set up alerts for me as the organizer. First, let's set up reminders for my barbecue guests. I will send an automatic email reminder 1 day before my event and 1 day before my response deadline. This time frame can be customized for your individual needs. Now for me as the organizer, I will request to be notified via email when my guests view my event, the first time my guest RSVPs, and when they change or update their RSVP. Again, for my example, the sign-ups won't apply. If I want to preview my event at this point, I may select the preview option. This will show me a preview version of how my event invitation will look to my guests. Notice the event description area, the RSVP area, and the response area. Let's go ahead and close the preview. I can save my event as a draft and give it one last look before sending it. In order to save my event draft, I must have a free Sagepoint account. I will see a pop-up window inviting me to create an account or to log into my existing account. To join, I click on the Join for Free Here link. This will open a window where I can complete my registration information. As I already have an account, I'll sign in and save my draft. When I save my draft to my account, I am taken to my dashboard page where my family barbecue is listed in italics under my events and sign-ups as a draft. The dashboard page is a list of my upcoming invitations, events and sign-ups, and schedules. For a complete list of future and past events or schedules, click on the corresponding tabs. Notice that the date of my event is listed, the event name, its status, the event type, and the time of my event. Let's take a quick look at the action icons. From here, I can edit my event, copy my event, perfect if I want to create a similar event, or delete my event. For now, I want to open the event, so let's click on the event name. Another thing that I want to quickly point out is the Tools for the Organizer section. This is where I can create an event link to embed in an email or put on a web page. I can also export a list of attendees in a CSV file for future use. Now if I needed to edit my event, I'd click on Edit in the bottom left-hand corner of the page. After making any last-minute edits, I will click on Save and Send in the bottom right-hand corner of the page. I now see a pop-up window titled Personal Email Message that indicates my event has been saved and allows me to include an optional personal message in my event invitation email. Clicking Send in the bottom right corner of the window will send my event to my guests. My guests will now receive an email invitation with a full event description and an RSVP section. They may also view my event on Sagepoint via a link provided in the email. You may also view a separate tutorial video highlighting the event invitation. This concludes our tutorial on creating a basic Sagepoint event. For more tutorials, please go to tutorials.sagepoint.com. To get started on your own event, go to www.sagepoint.com.